Yes, in this class, our subject is mathematics. And of course, the topic we are going to look at is surd. That is square root of irrational numbers, surd. Numbers that are not necessarily in their perfect squares. The square root are called surd. Okay. Now we are asked to evaluate surd 162 minus surd 50. And we are directed to leave our answer in form of A surd B. What this implies, even if this is not written, is that you are not expected to use calculator to compute and write maybe decimal answers in decimal fractions, something like that. So you have to follow the principle or rule of operating surd and simplify it. What do we do next? In solving this, what we simply need to do is we have surd 162 minus surd 50. Good. Then you think of two numbers. For this one, think of two numbers or two factors of that 162 so that one will be a perfect square. What do you mean by perfect square? For example, perfect square is a number that has a number I can multiply itself to get it. 4 is a perfect square because 2 times 4 is 2 times 2 is 4. 2 raised to the power 2. That's 2 times 2. 9 is a perfect square because 3 times 3 is 9. Then 16, 4 times 4 is 16. 25, 5 times 5 is 25. These are perfect squares. Okay, good. With this in mind, we look at this. So you look at the two factors of that number so that one will be a perfect square and one will be an irrational number. That is not perfect square, maybe a prime factor. Good. So you divide by 2 or by 3 or by 5 and check the results you get when you do that. Okay, so let's look at this now. I think this number is ending by 2. 2 can divide it. I've told you that any number ending by 2 or 0 is divisible by 2. That's an even number. So let's know what we are going to get from that. If it will satisfy the condition I've explained, if it does not meet it, we check 3. So 162 over 2. 2 divided 16 is 8, divide is 1, so 81. Of course, 81 is a perfect square because 9 times 9 will give us 81, so it qualifies. Good, and 2 is irrational here. In the square of 2 is irrational. The square root of 2 is irrational. Okay, so that gives us, here now becomes surd 81 times 2 minus, we come to this side. Of course, when we see 50, quickly, if you say use 5 and 10 to judge, neither of 5 nor 10 satisfy the condition of perfect square. 5 is not, 10 is not, so it would work. So let's think of 2. 2 divide 50, we get 25. So 25 is a perfect square, it qualifies in that condition. So this becomes 25 times 2. Then we continue. Square root of, remember by rule of surd, there's something we are going to do here. By rule of surd, if I have surd A times B, it is equivalent to surd A times surd B. You can separate them. You can separate this. Also, if I have surd A divided by B, you can separate them to surd A divided by surd B. But note, if I have surd A minus surd B, this is not equal to surd A minus surd B. It doesn't work for minus or plus. For minus and plus, it does not work. Only for addition, multiplication and division of surds. You can separate them. Okay? Now, applying that rule here, let us simplify it gradually. This becomes surd 81 times surd 2 minus, you go to this side, surd 25 times surd 2. So square root of 81 is 9 because 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times surd 2 is surd 2. Is 9 surd 2. So this side we have square root of 25 is 5 because 5 times 5 is 25. We take our surd 2. When you multiply, you get this. So this is where we are now. Are we stopping here? If you have to inspect at this point, you look at it and make judgment. to know whether they are similar swords. What do you mean by similarity of sword? By similar sword, we mean something like this. Let me use here to explain it. If I have A sword B minus C sword B, then this is similar sword. Reason, both of them have the same swords, B sword B and sword B. So that's similarity. The same thing applies. If plus is here, the same thing. But if I have A sword B minus A sword C, even though this A and A are the same integers, but the swords are not the same. So this is not a similar sword. I cannot operate further in this condition. You leave it like that. You don't add or subtract the integers because the swords are not the same. So they are unlike terms. But when you leave something like this, where the swords are the same, you cannot operate the outside as integers. Either you add or subtract and take one of the swords as a factor. In our condition here, this is sub 2, this is sub 2. So we are bound to go further. It becomes 9 minus 5 sub 2. 9 minus 5, of course, is 4. We obtain 4 sub 2. So this is our answer. Finally, it's 4 sub 2. So you can see that our answer is in this form now. A sub B. Good. So that's the final answer to this question. I believe with this you can solve them similar questions and apply the principles I've explained here, whether you are doing multiplication or division of sorts, and whether you meet the condition of similarity. Thank you. Do not forget to share this video so that other scholars will enjoy this learning with us. Then if you need extra tutorial lessons as you prepare for your SSCE, NECO, JAMB, and even IGCSE, and even your A-level exams, just drop message for me in my inbox or chat me through my WhatsApp contact. Do not forget to follow this page and also visit my YouTube channel at JoeNewton Online Physics and Maths to enjoy more. Have a nice day. Bye bye.